Hi, and thank you for watching Targeted West Conference podcast on your favorite platform. My name is DJ Chris, and I'm your moderator and host of the opinions of our guests. So that of their own and not that of DJ Chris or Targeted West. You can go to targetedwest.com to find out more information about us. We also have a book club, TI Book Club. We'll be talking about that later in the recording. Today is the 28th of December, end of the year almost. And it's show number 193. So it's open mic tonight, and it's 47 degrees in Lodi right now. So please like and subscribe and make a comment on your favorite platform, please. And let people know about the Targeted West show. I'm also on X. I'm not on Facebook. So you can find me there at X under Targeted West show. Hey, Krista. Today's a light holiday show. We're not going to get too serious.
Are you recording?
I am recording, yes. So that way everybody gets to tune in from their easy chair at any time of the day or night, and they don't have to come at 6 o'clock. Isn't that slick?
Oh, did you start earlier today? Is that what you're saying?
I start at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, great. Usual time.
Yes. Anyway, it's open mic. If you'd like to talk, come on in. It's a light holiday edition of Targeted West, and we're already getting in the crowd. I see Michelle is here with one now. Hey, Michelle, how are you? I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Mine was really quiet. Went to Granny's house and had a tender roast and some side dishes, and that was about it. And then we went back to the motorhome derby. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm okay.
Well, that's good. Did you make it to the holiday?
Yeah, I did. Very thankful for everything.
Did you go see your dad?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Looks like Jane has got a cold. So she's taking oregano oil, and Name in the chat room is taking oregano with black seed oil every day for health. That's interesting. The book club at 6:45 p.m. is about a new book from Patrick Wood, the technocracy guy, Technocracy News. He wrote books on the tech bros and people like Peter Thiel and their part in creating a hive mind system with one government and all technology running it. And it's all run by AI, probably like it is now, as most people with V2K have noticed that they're not all live agents anymore. And that's to save money and reduce burnout, because people get burnt out for torturing people after a while. That type of rhetoric gets in their heads and they have to take a break. So an AI robot or chatterbot can go forever.
I have a random question for the audience about food storage, because our food often gets tampered with and gas or whatever sorts. I learned about this. Andrew mentioned his call yesterday, and I know that happens for me. And I'm wondering if anyone has success with storing their food in the silicone storage bags. One brand is called Stasher. It's kind of a very thick silicone-based reusable bag, and if anyone's using them and if they find that that helps preserve their food. That's all. Thank you.
I'm always home, so I keep an eye on the refrigerator pretty good. But if I had to leave the house to go to work or something, that would be something I would do. Because of course they go for your food.
Hi, Chris. This is Eileen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Eileen. How are you? Come on in.
Hi, Chris. I have a question, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Are the programs that we're in, like off the shelf, and multiple people are put into the same program across the country? Who would you know?
Yes, I have been researching this for a while, and I wrote a couple books about the technology. And the United States is a banana republic and sell our technology to other countries, and the defense contractors are the ones that probably control it and invented it. So or from Israel or something. So it's a good question.
Because from time to time, Chris, you share your experience, and it seems like your program is very similar to my program. You had mentioned that you are in a program that is help with harm, and then you had mentioned about you have reoccurring dreams about losing your car, and I have reoccurring dreams about losing my car, and I'm in a help with harm program, and it's like I wonder how many other kinds of correlations there might be with this particular program.
Yeah, there's the person under the name of Name, Name. She gets all the same stuff I get, the same rhetoric and the same type of dreams, and she's about an hour and a half from me, from where I'm at right now.
My was living in New Jersey. Now I live in Florida, and it's the same thing every single day of the year. Like I have a calendar that I've been using for the last 5 years, and I just write over every day what they're doing to me to keep a record of it. And it's the same theme every month, and then every week of the month, I know exactly what they're going to be doing to me because they did to me the last 5 years on the same day or in the same week. Pardon me. So I'm going to share that with the group, that it was helpful to use the same calendar, just write in a little block what they did to you, and then use it year after year, and you just can be able to tell what's coming up next. What are they going to be doing to me tomorrow?
It's a good idea. I keep a calendar for stuff, but I don't write down my targeting. I used to keep a diary of my targeting, and I quit doing that.
It's pretty much the same. Every month is the same theme, the same. It never changes. It's always exactly the same. It's bizarre, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm a practice case, and I'm 68 years old, but the program is for somebody who's 25 years old, and it's just I'm a practice case, and just none of what they are doing to me applies to me. It's just quite bizarre.
Yeah, they think I'm a lot younger, and I'm 65, and it's kind of funny that, I can't participate in a lot of things they say I can do, or I've done, in my B2K, that is.
Yeah, they had a slip-up one time in the beginning. They said they're going to take my eggs. Well, you can have my eggs at 55 years old. I don't need them. They realized they made a mistake. They realized that, the program is for a 25-year-old, but it doesn't apply to a 65-year-old.
That's another example of they only designed it for one age group, obviously. Probably for military age people, because this is a war weapon technology.
And you had said some time ago that they keep threatening to put you into a nursing home, and then you also said, well, here it is 20 years later, and I'm still not in a nursing home. But so it's just a bunch of
they still do that with me. Yeah, you're going to a nursing home, or you're going to be put to sleep. That's all they say. Or I'm going to prison. It rotates all the time.
One of the things that I had as a recurring dream before I ever knew I was being targeted was a armored tank going down the street, and they were going to be taking my house away from me. The military was coming down the street in an armored tank to take my house away from me.
And that's wild.
Yeah. They say signing out a lot. Do they say signing out to you as well?
No, but mine always tell me it's the last day they're going to talk to me, and then they come back on the next day. So
It's a lot of lies, cunning, and deceit.
yeah, I wouldn't believe them because it's designed to be deceptive for war purposes.
How's your neck doing?
I just went to the neck doctor, the neurosurgeon, but she was still doing work at the hospital, so I couldn't go back. But I have no pain. I'm completely recovered. I can walk again. I can use my hands again. I was literally unable to use my hands or walk, and they had to cart me out of here and into the ambulance on a stretcher. I literally couldn't get up off the floor. It was crazy.
When you were going through that, I was being targeted heavily on my neck, and after your surgery, it doesn't hurt anymore. My neck, it just
That's a trip.
because,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
Mine is from doing research and not having the computer in the right position. I was looking downwards at it, and I was bending my neck all the time.
I had to get jaw surgery. They forced me to get jaw surgery and knee replacement surgery.
Oh, okay, so you have parts on you like I do. I have a titanium plate in my neck.
Mhm. Yeah, so they're attacking my jaw, my jaw bone. My teeth are shorter. My jaw is short. Like my whole entire jaw is shrinking.
That's to keep you from talking.
Probably. Chris, do you know of any announcements that on any of the other calls that I may have missed? Any major developments going on?
Nothing's been going on. People have been celebrating Christmas, so it's pretty much quiet.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. We'll be back on that next Sunday after New Year's with Kimberly Mosby, so stay tuned. It's open mic. If you'd like to talk, come on in. It's a Sunday chill edition, holiday edition, nothing serious. Ask me anything, come on in. I have had B2K for 24 years, and my dad was a Freemason that I didn't know he was until later in life. And I don't know how I got targeted, but it was either 24 years ago or when I was born. I'm not quite sure. But something's going on. And I get the V2K and the dreams, the crazy dreams, every night.
Chris, do they attack your spine, like make you shorter?
That's part of age, and they make it worse by zapping your spine. Yeah.
They make they shrink my spine, and then I tell them stop shrinking my spine because I know you're doing it, and then they elongate it again just as quickly as they made it short. So every day I'm 2 inches shorter, and then they put it back the way it was.
I never heard of that before. That is really wild.
Yeah.
I think there's an acceleration of aging. There's the normal natural aging. I think there's something going on that's rapidly speeding it up or altering.
It's radiation.
Right.
Well, I was doing fine. The first thing they did was make me turn my eyes back and forth while I watched TV, and one day I heard a click, and then my eye went crooked. So I don't know how they got me to do that, but they did. It was crazy. And now I don't know what to do, but I live with it. But yeah, all sorts of things. Debauchery is unlimited. Some people have the same program, some people don't. I don't get any directed energy weapons. They used to zap my toe. They used to zap my toe and try to get my attention, but that stopped for some reason.
Yeah, the energy weapons, I think, I've been targeted for many years. I think they're the worst than anything. Those massive hits, like a spiritual freaking truck fell on me. It's quite devastating. It put me in the hospital multiple separate times, and I think, I tell you, if it was just only gang stalking and nothing else ever happened from that point on, no danger, no attacks, I'd say gang stalk as much as you want, and no interference with money or any type of thing like that. Bring it on. It's the others. It's the whole Camille I get. A lot of stealing. Oh man, the stealing has gone off the roof.
Also, they're getting into your place. That's terrible.
I don't know if anybody's getting in here because I'm here quite often, and there's another person here. It's just I don't understand what's happening. I don't see how this is happening, but it's happening.
The chat room said the height decreases over the course of the day. It's a smaller amount. It's a small amount that changes throughout the day. About that part we talked about. Anyway, you're listening to Targeted West. This is DJ Chris, your moderator, and we have open mic tonight on the Sunday after Christmas. It's open mic, so if you'd like, come on in. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just to clarify, I can feel my spine elongating. Like I put my fingers down along the side of my body, and I feel my body getting longer, and my fingers end up in a different place. It's that quick.
That must be very uncomfortable to go through those changes like that.
Well, it pulls makes your middle very thick. If you have an hourglass figure, when you are shortened 2 inches, it pulls your flesh area in your stomach and makes it very thick. They have a Humpty Dumpty game going on with me. And in the beginning, my main handler knew that there was a Humpty Dumpty game going on, but it's got me out of the Humpty Dumpty game. And then there was the constantly showing up as the black pickup trucks and the silver pickup trucks, and then my main handler said, but your ex from high school drives a black pickup truck and a silver pickup truck, and I wouldn't be threatened to see those cars or to see those trucks. But they still put them in my path, but it means nothing to me because it's just a truck. But I thought it was interesting to mention that my main handler got me out of a couple things of not feeling emotion about seeing the trucks or not feeling emotion about the Humpty Dumpty game. They're constantly trying to make me have a trip fall. Like if you think of the nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. It's about trying to trip me to make me fall.
Yeah, because after 65, your chances of falling increase. So they make your equilibrium get messed up with your head, your ears, and cause you to fall. And then when you fall, they say at the hospital, "Oh, it's because they're over 65." But it's not true. You're being targeted because there's a lot of very people over 65 that are in great shape, and I'm sure you are, as others are too. Like me, I can't be pushed over that easily, but if they got my equilibrium messed up, I'm sure they could get me to fall.
So here's another thing that's going on that I want to talk about. I have to get a new roof, and I've decided to get a metal roof because Midge Mathis, in one of your calls, she said that she had a metal roof, and since I've decided to get the metal roof as well, boy, are they pissed off. They are trying to keep me a prisoner in this house. If you leave this house, you're going to suffer. You have to stay in this roof because you're getting the metal roof, and it's going to disrupt our energy or how we process our weapons. So I think that once I get the metal roof, I'll let you know how if it's different. But they're trying to now keep me prisoner in the house, which I know that game, and I'm not going to succumb to that. You're not going to keep me prisoner here. I'll go out anyway. So I just wanted to thank you.
I have an aluminum roof at the house, and it helps. An aluminum siding and the tin. Yeah, it's very limited to everything getting in, including cell phones.
Cell phones are a problem for you?
Yeah, you can hardly get a signal inside that house because of all the aluminum.
Oh, okay. Chris, how many people are on the call tonight?
I was just looking down. There's, including people in that room and with me, 39 people, almost 40.
Jesse is coming to Florida in Tampa, and I signed up to get scanned. The only thing is, I don't know what I'm going to do with the information. It's $1,300, and I'll get scanned, and I'll get my evidence, but I really don't know what to do with the information.
Hold on to it, and it'll be used, of course, in a lawsuit later on. And as Midge Mathis has said, there have been lawsuits settled before. You just don't know about them because the people that settle the lawsuits are told not to say anything. They write a non-disclosure agreement not to disclose anything about the lawsuit. So the lawsuits have been won. That's what it's for. Don't worry about it. Hold on to it for that. You get your day in court.
Does it
or
have
more,
an
or more.
expiration date?
No, there's no expiration date because they're not going to add new implants to you. They're going to be there all the time. So. But you don't have to have chips to be targeted with V2K or other technology. They can use your bioresonance by capturing your DNA, by going through your garbage, or finding it through a blood draw or through the resonance of your body. They can capture it and link up to it, and then you're connected to the Borg, basically.
When I was out in a public place, it was a restaurant, and this guy who was one of the perps came up to me, and he was talking to me, and he said, "One day we'll be laughing about this," and that meant something to me. It was a message, and he said a few other things too. But one of the other things he did was touch my arm. They kept telling me to wear sleeveless shirts so that my arms were exposed, and that whole scene, pardon me, that whole scene was set up so that he could put his hand on my shoulder, and I think that he got my resonance, as you just said, my energy, my bioenergetic
your
signature.
Body energy, or your resonance, yes.
Yep, he touched me so that he could get that.
Well, he'd have to capture it somehow, but mostly they do it remotely through satellites and such. So he could dictate that and direct it, of course, remotely from his location.
This same guy, I knew that he was a perp, and so I was there with a friend, and he had said that he wanted to leave. So I doubled back. I said to my friend, "Why don't you ask him if he wants a ride?" So she went back into the place, and she talked to the person that worked there. Where was he? And she said, "Oh, he's here all the time." The name of the place was called Miracle Bar. Not surprising. And all of them hang out there, all of his friends. And the woman that worked there told my friend that he had lost his license from drunk driving, and his mother was going to be picking him up, so he would not be needing a ride. So I figured I would share that with you because it kind of gives you the caliber of people that you were dealing with.
Yeah, I know those types of people. A lot of them lose their license or go to prison and get a deal where they do this targeting as part of their getting out of jail card.
Mm-hmm. And when I was talking to him, he said that his job was working for Prudential in the fraud division. So that's possible. I wonder if it's possible that the large corporations hire these guys.
Unless you're doing business with them, I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think he's telling the truth, though.
Mm.
Well, it's time for a quick message from our friends at TI Events. I go there all the time myself. If you're watching this video or listening to it on your favorite platform, please go to tievents.org and check out the website, and you can find a call like this one almost every night. Here we go with a message from TI Events.
Jamie, being a targeted individual is so isolating. I don't know who to trust or where to turn.
I totally get it, Alex. That's how I felt too, until I found tievents.org.
tievents.org? What's that?
It's a site that lists everything for TIs: conference calls, webinars, in-person events, support groups, meetups, and more. There's something happening every day.
Well, that's exactly what I need. Real support from people who understand.
You'll find it all at tievents.org. It's been a game changer for me.
TIevents.org, your one-stop source for all targeted individual events. Visit today and connect with your community.
Thank you, Jamie and Alex, for that important message from TIevents.org. Now back to the call and the conference. In 15 minutes, we'll be doing a quick synopsis of the book we're reading now for the book club, which is a new book from Patrick Wood called The Final Betrayal, about technocracy ruining America. So that'll be in 15 minutes. Back to open mic. I know you want any new people that on their first time here want to say something. Come on in.
Chris, do you get targeted more because you do these calls?
Yes. They don't want me doing this. Yeah, they don't want me doing this. And right on Sunday when I wake up, the day I do the call, they go to agent mode from AI mode and try to get my attention all day to break me down so I won't do the call. And if it gets too quiet while you guys are on here, I'll hear them. But mostly, you know, if I keep busy, I can't hear them.
Is the chatter constant, Chris?
Oh, yeah, it never stops. Go to the bathroom at night and they're talking away. Then if you don't hear them talking, then it's the dreams. And then when you go wake up from the dream, they ask you how the dream was. Like there's some focus group for a movie theater. It's really weird.
Do you think the dreams are scripted?
Oh, yeah, it's using advanced quantum AI, making these videos based on our life and twisting it around. And the whole game is to create false memories. So you have a family member who isn't all together in their head, and they get these dreams that one of their family members molested them or something, and you keep giving them that same dream, they're going to believe it happened and they suppressed it. So it's quite powerful. And indigenous people in other parts of the world can be run out of their property by doing dreams that make it seem like they need to leave. They'll do that to get the property.
Wow. Is there any
this is all military-based weaponry, and that's to get the territory cleared up. So they target them with dreams and try to get them to leave where they're at.
So what would be the goal for you? Like, you're not going to leave where you're at. What is the goal for you? Do you think that they want you to leave where you're living? Or it's a different goal?
I don't know why they're doing it to me, but they're selling my data to a market like human trafficking would. That's what I think they're doing, is selling my access.
It sounds like Matt. Well, I was just coming from Map News Call, and he was saying that they can actually like log into us. They give access, and like you said, maybe people pay to get access to you.
Yeah, I do believe they do in other countries. Wouldn't you, if you were rich and you found out from a friend somehow that you could do this and you were wealthy and you wanted to watch it? People in other countries doing things behind the scene. People watch that. A lot of TV shows watch people just living life like Big Brother and stuff like that. So, yeah, they steal ideas. They take your intellectual property, as Setsa said, and that's one of the biggest things they do is steal ideas.
I heard that a lot of people were targeted in like 2017, 2018, and I think that's right around the time 5G came into play, and that kind of makes a big coincidence where it turned on a lot of people. Does that make sense? Because all of a sudden it seems like there was a mad rush of a lot of targets and a lot of this stuff going on, and I think the 5G had something to do with it.
It's possible, but this technology is bigger than 5G. It's got its own technology. And it uses 5G towers and 4G towers and 3G towers and any antenna that's available to them. Satellites, Gwen, HARP, everything's interconnected with each other.
And I just heard, I don't know if you guys seen this, that Trump just signed a 6G in. So that's going to be coming down the pipe.
Yep, 6G is, apparently they use your body as an antenna for 6G. I don't know if they went through with that or not, but yeah, it's a scary technology.
I have a couple of boom boxes, as they said, to keep live streaming music in your house, especially if you get V2K. But I go past my little boom box and I get a bunch of static when I go past it. I'm like, what the hell? And then I walk away from it and it stops. So we are some kind of antenna. There is something going on there.
No, I believe we are, and I believe they could amplify your presence with other frequencies.
And there's something else that came... Oh,
go ahead.
There's something else that came out from an attorney. And I put a link in the chat. I'll do another one, but it's for anybody who's on Social Security or going to be on Social Security. They're going to be sending us a wearable so they could record our biometrics to see if we are actually in pain or if we are experiencing what we're experiencing. So
and
that's
when I want to sue them off the planet.
Well, I'm going to
put. They're going to give us something to monitor.
I'm going to put a link in the chat, and you tap on that and you look at it because that's what's that's what's down the road. Remember, RFK Jr. said that all of us are going to eventually have wearables, and they start with us, but we don't even need to have the wearable. Anybody, all of us know that you don't have to be chipped. That they do the body area network, plus there's the visual light communication, which we all say voice to skull because we commonly know that, but it's actually visual light communication. But I'll put it in the chat again, and y'all can take a look.
Well, in the UK, they have this monitoring thing. Have you heard about the ID over there, where they have no choice but to have it? It's like it's similar to our real ID, but they carry it with them. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The UK, they are mandated, each citizen, to have some kind of identifying card or something with them. And I'm not quite sure what it is. And they're pissed. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think that's the digital ID, and it's under our skin. Whether it's not something that you carry like a card. It's exactly what we're experiencing. with the area body area network. It's under our skin.
Have you heard, Anthony, or anybody else, have you experienced, I'm experiencing something, in brief, I think something, and then it shows up on my feed in Facebook. It shows up on my feed in anything that's linked to Facebook, which is Meta, right? Meta, like WhatsApp or even YouTube. Something I think on my own without voicing it to anyone or writing it anywhere.
I remember hearing seeing a article or something on Facebook that they had bought that software to where it can read your thoughts. And that, I've seen that too, where you think of a Taco Bell, going to Taco Bell, and all of a sudden you get all these Taco Bell, and it's
exactly.
Yeah. So they're using AI software.
Yes, they're using technology for that very purpose. The book club starts now, so we'll be right back to open mic. I know they are actually using technology to read your mind at work, so they can monitor your loyalty, and they're going to use it in military too. But here we go with the book club, and then we'll be right back to open mic.
It's time for the TI Book Club, where every book opens a door to new worlds and shared journeys. Here, we uncover hidden gems, specially selected for TIs, and always within your reach. Be part of a community that reads together, grows together, and sees the world through the same lens. Don't just listen to stories, live them with us. Join now at bookclubs.com/TI-bookclub/join, and let's turn the pages of adventure together.
Yes, it's open mic in just a minute. Today's book for the TI Book Club is The Final Betrayal, How Technocracy Destroyed America. It's about Peter Thiel, David Sachs, the Trilateral Commission that actually goes back to Carter. Curtis Yarvin, that's a guy that's scary. He wants to do a sovereign corporation for the world and change everything. The technocracy is there because J.D. Vance and Peter Thiel's connection is going to change America. You may not like it or not, and it's going to happen. So definitely read this book. It's definitely worth the read to learn about our future and about the ID they use in the UK. They're trying to push that in the United States. They're going to go to a reset, and they're going to switch everything to digital currency. And if you break the law or you piss them off, they're going to take your money away. And that's how they're going to do it. Authoritative measures will be in place with that type of banking. And you can't get away with anything. You can't even have an opinion online. Everything's tracked and put in a file. Palantir is going to keep a file on you, and companies you do business with are going to keep a file. So anyway, that's what the book is about. That ends the book club. Now back to open mic, as we were talking earlier about digital IDs. Yes, that's very true. It's happening here.
I don't know. I was violated by Social Security already, so as a child, I could not work when I turned 16. So what you do is you take your child to Social Security, and they get early Social Security, right? Disability for children. And they turned us away 3 times at the counter. The third time, they didn't even give us the application. That's against our rights, federal rights, okay? And so somebody in Philadelphia sued. It's called Zevley versus Sullivan. And I just don't want to be violated by Social Security ever again. And, the people that sued in Philadelphia, they won. And so children across the nation and former children were given a settlement for being denied child SSI, like myself, SSDI, SSI. And so I will be running, not walking, to my congressperson and let them know that I'm not going to be surveilled by Social Security. I already was violated by them, and it was proven all the way, Chris, all the way to the Supreme Court, that class action suit. I am not going to put up with anything else from them. I bet your bottom dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just it infuriates me to think about more violation from Social Security.
Well, thank goodness I'm on retirement.
You're what?
I said, thank goodness I'm on retirement for my Social Security.
From your job? So you're on a different form of it, but I don't know. I mean, it just sounds so preposterous. It just makes all these long words come out of me. I just cannot. You know, it was just so violating to my family, what we went through and what other people went through. And other things, other people that just wait around and they pass away waiting for their Social Security to come. You know, this is just another atrocity that they're thinking about. They're going to have Anthony, did you find out that they're going to have a special team coming from other federal agencies to assist in finding fraud and abuse from disabled persons that are on disability? I'm not saying that there's nobody that's being fraudulent, but the people that are actually suffering, we're going to have to go through this.
I didn't hear about that. But you ought to take a look at that.
There's a lawyer, Anthony, on YouTube, and all he does is Social Security law. And he just spoke about that 2 days ago, how they're ramping up and they're borrowing investigators from other federal agencies to do the very thing you were talking about, that they're going to use censors on us. And so a doctor's word that's gone through med school and is your doctor is not good enough. All the tests that you go through, all the medical, I've had 22 hours of surgery. That's
all
not
that's
good enough.
All that's going to be remote. All of our health care is going to be remote. And just the elite are going to have a doctor that they go into that they see face to face, like what is it called, concierge type of service. So they'll see their own doctor. You know how already when we go in to see our doctor, we don't even see a doctor anymore. We see what is it called, a doctor's assistant, a physician assistant. Every time I go to the doctor, they always send me over to a physician assistant. I don't know when the last time I've ever, when I see a regular doctor, I don't see a regular doctor. I always see a physician assistant. So things are changing in Healthcare 4.0. Everything's going to be remote. So the next appointment that you get, you're not going to go in and see your doctor. It's going to be over the phone. And they're going to already have all your vital signs. They're going to know your state of mind already, how you feel emotionally, if you feel anxious or if you're nervous or if you feel angry or how you feel, what you
Can I interject on that?
From everything. Okay. Yeah.
Can I interject quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, I was wondering how they monitor us in our homes. Compared it to psych wards, because they're always trying to force us to one, right? Had a friend that was in prison. He found the wires around the door, the frame of the front of the cell. He found the wires, and that they could hear everything in that cell. Okay, so hence transfer that to a psych ward. Transferring it, comparing it to our homes as TIs. How are they monitoring us? How do they know when my eyes open and they give me a phone call right when my eyes literally open? I get a phone call. It's not happened once. If it's happened once, it's happened 50 times. That's a pattern. So I looked it up today. Sorry, Chris, I'll be done in a second. I looked it up today. Okay, how do they monitor psych wards? Because they're doing it to us in our homes, right? My friend found it in the cell, wiring. So what they do in a psych ward, I was wondering if they had pinhole cameras. They're not supposed to, but supposedly they have cameras up in the corners of the rooms. I didn't see those, so how are they monitoring the community rooms? How are they monitoring? So then I went further in depth today, and I was looking at the laws for psych hospitals and such, right? And even regular hospitals, because they want to throw us in those too. So this is the thing, is that there's laws to protect through HIPAA, but there's different levels, and I'm not going into all of it, but I was just wondering, how are they getting the right to monitor us in our homes? Where is that coming through? And like you said, Anthony, it's okay. What they mentioned was that in psych wards, they didn't want to disturb people at night when they're sleeping, so they have the system in other countries where they can monitor your heart rate, they can monitor your body with sensors in the rooms. Doesn't that sound like what we're going through at home, or with the Zoom doctor calls and what? And Anthony, every time they try to give me a physician's assistant or a nurse practitioner, I would deny it. I would not receive it. I want to see my doctor. I do not want to see a PA. I do not want to see a nurse practitioner.
And last year,
they stopped asking me.
And all of this is going to be for everybody, because last year Amazon purchased Medical One, which is one of these telemedicine things. So I'm just telling everybody ahead of time that, and if you don't already know that, you ought to, that this is all happening.
And that was in legal paperwork. It was in legal files saying that they actually use censoring systems in psych hospitals to get they say, because they want to know before you're going to go off, if you're going to snap in there, because of the safety of the practitioners and nurses and such. But I don't mind if a nurse has a body cam on for their safety, but I do mind if you're watching me in the shower. I do mind if you're watching me in the bathroom. There's certain areas where you should have, there's a legal protection that you assume a right of privacy. And if not TIs, look at how we're just being violated everywhere we go. If we're in our bathroom, our bedroom, our kitchen, we're being watched 24/7. It's really a high crime, and I don't know how they got the rights to do this, but they've broken so many laws that it will make your head.
Well, thank you, Cece, for that.
Thank you for letting me share. I get so mad, I just start researching.
Cece, in the 80s, President Reagan released a bunch enclosed psychiatric centers and hospitals, insane asylums in the 1980s, and a lot of that went wireless, and that's how a lot of you see people that used to be in the hospital, and they're out amongst the public. And let me just read you a little bit something about that history, okay? President Reagan is widely associated with the deinstitutionalization, a movement to move mental health care from large state hospitals to community settings. Though its roots began earlier in the JFK era, Reagan, as a governor of California, signed LPS Act of 1967. The president repealed Mental Health Systems Act 1980, shifted focus in funding, leading to a massive hospital closures and shifting care to community clinics, leaving many severely ill without adequate support, contributing to homelessness and incarceration. As promised, community care often failed. Notes. Governor Reagan signed the 1967 Lanterman-Petraeus Short LPS Act, making involuntary commitment harder, establishing patient rights, and reducing state hospital populations. What I'm trying to say is
I lived that, and we saw all the crazy people on the street when I was a kid.
okay.
Right
That
near us,
that
right
same
near at
thing.
Agnew, yeah.
That same time, simultaneously, a program came out, and that neural remote monitoring, and they were monitoring the patients on the street remotely. So this is old technology. And remember, I keep bringing up about the Social Security thing. They're going to first they're going to um, um, practice and practice on us, and like Cece said earlier, they're going to practice on prisoners and the elderly, and then now on Social Security recipients. This is coming down, and I urge you to look at that video if you can. It's on YouTube.
Thank you, Anthony, and thank you for
welcome.
watching on your favorite platform. This is DJ Chris signing off. You can email me if you're watching this video or listening to the call at djchris@targetedwest.com. I'd love to hear your compliments or critiques or whatever. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video or audio. I appreciate your time in watching this. We'll be back again next week with Kimberly Mosby. So talk to you later.